Hello, I'm Cole Powell, award-winning singer-songwriter.
You don't say.
And today I'm going to be checking out Bruce Springsteen and John Fogerty performing Roy Orbison's "Old Pretty Woman" live in 2009 at Madison Square Garden. All right, before we get started, like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications if you've done that already. Thank you so much. We've having a really good time on Jeff Castellucci Mondays. We're also checking out a lot of Bruce. We're doing a lot of CCR, Fogerty. And this one actually was sent to me in the comments section on the last Bruce video that I did. I'm a huge John Fogerty fan, as I've explained in previous videos, but I've never really gotten into Bruce. I'm starting to get into Bruce now, so we're going to do it.
In 1988, I was lucky enough to play behind one of my great heroes, Roy Orbison. Not only was Roy one of rock's great crooners, but...
What a thrill that must have been. Roy Orbison is one of my favorite artists. He and Fogerty, I would say, are my two favorite artists of all time, at least solo artists. And I can only imagine somebody like Bruce, who was also a fan of Roy, being able to play with him. It must have been incredible.
He reinvented the way a pop song could be structured. You were no longer
100%.
tied down to verse, chorus. His greatest music were all these mini arias.
Even though Roy wasn't classically trained, he naturally wrote in a more classical and jazz forms, as opposed to the standard pop, rock and roll of his actual era.
Featuring one of the most beautiful voices that rock ever produced. So tonight
100%.
I've talked John into doing something I wouldn't try by myself. We're going to take a ballpark swing at Pretty Woman, one of Roy's brightest and most hopeful songs.
Bruce said he wouldn't try it by himself, but I actually did see Fogerty by himself. My uncle and I went, and Roy and John were two of our favorite artists, and we're sitting there watching John, and all of a sudden he breaks out into Pretty Woman, and our jaws slacked agape, and we turned and looked at each other. My uncle said, "You gotta be kidding me," because it was so exciting. Anyway. John mixed over the left side. Bruce right. Brass.
Walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I like to meet, pretty woman.
They got the vocals, John left and Bruce right here too.
No one could look as good as you. Pretty woman, won't you pardon me? Pretty woman, I couldn't help but see. Pretty woman, are you lovely as can be? Are you lonely just like me?
It's funny because, John doesn't sound like he used to. John's gotten a lot smoother, and he sounds closer to Roy Orbison in many ways than he does to his younger vocals. And Bruce sounds more like young John.
Pretty woman, stop a while. Pretty woman, talk a while. Pretty
John doing harmony there.
give your smile to me.
John's always been great at harmony.
Pretty woman, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty woman, look my way. Pretty woman, say you'll stay with me. 'Cause I need you and I'll treat you right. Come with me, baby. Be mine tonight.
There he goes.
Pretty woman, don't walk on by. Pretty woman, don't make me cry. Pretty woman.
Try to get Bruce more by himself.
That's the way it must be, okay.
You can tell they're just having a blast doing this too. A couple of friends singing one of their favorite songs from one of their favorite artists.
But wait, what do I see?
I think I see her.
That's nice. I love stuff like that.
I think I see her. Is she walking back to me?
Yeah, she walking back to me. Oh, pretty woman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was nice. That was nice. That was great. And that's one of the, as far as personal preference, that's the best Springsteen vocal I've heard. Because, again, it sounded a lot like Young John, even more so than what I've heard from Springsteen before. And that was sent to me by IU Boss Fan. Thank you so much for sending me that. I loved it. It's phenomenal. What Bruce songs should I check out next? I know some of his hits, particularly Born to Run, Born in the USA, but honestly, there's a lot that I may have only heard once or twice and couldn't even tell you how they went, so it would almost be like I'm hearing them for the first time. So tell me your best Bruce. Let me know what you think in the comments, and see you next time.